Ms. Shreyasi Das. We will begin our program with a word of prayer, and I request Mrs. A. Lyle to pray to the Lord.
Shall we bow our heads in prayer? Dear Heavenly Father, we thank you for this wonderful day and all your loving kindness and blessings on us. Lord, we thank you for giving us this wonderful opportunity of learning new things which will be beneficial for us too. Father, we ask you to bestow your guidance and wisdom on our esteemed speaker and resource person, Ms. Shreyasi Das, as she shares valuable information with the BS students. May our students be enlightened and may they appreciate its significance in their lives. We ask this in the matchless name of our Lord and Savior, Jesus Christ. Amen.
Thank you, Mrs. Lyle. Now is the time to introduce the program, and I invite Dr. Archana Kapoor to do the same.
A very hearty welcome to all our guest speakers and participants from India and abroad for the inaugural event of online lecture series by eminent scholars from national and international arena on trends and issues in education, organized by the Bachelor of Education Department, Isabella Thoban College, Lucknow, India. This pandemic has set new delivery methods and has become testimony to the fact that the lecture hall is no longer the primary portal for the dissemination of information. Instead, online lectures considered an effective means for delivering course content and infusing teaching presence in the virtual environment have become very popular in education. A lecture series provides with real-time feedback from presenters and provides an opportunity to walk a mile in your moccasins. The greatest part of hosting learning lecture series is that many scholars, practitioners enjoy the opportunity to pass on their wisdom to a new generation and greater contribution to society. They can synthesize the views of several scholars and textbooks, as well as provide new and unpublished information. Such lectures are truly giving new dimensions to today's learning system by transforming it into e-learning. They are the future of better education and digitalization that is leaving its significant presence in every domain. With this backdrop, and to encourage critical thinking and exposure to diverse issues, a series of short online lectures have been organized which will take place throughout the year. Today, on the inaugural day of our lecture series, we are obliged to Ms. Shreyasi Das for having willingly consented to be our first resource person. Thank you.
I would request Dr. Roma Joseph to give a formal introduction of our speaker, Ms. Shreyasi Das, to the participants.
Thank you very much, and very good afternoon to all. It's a great pleasure for me to introduce our very young and dynamic speaker, Ms. Shreyasi Das, who is going to talk to us about the career prospects in the teacher education beyond teaching. And all of us know how important it is in the present context. Ms. Das is a core faculty member in the Faculty of Education and Humanities, Manav Rachna University, Faridabad, Haryana. She has done her graduation from Bundelkhand University and Masters in Applied Microbiology and Biotechnology from Banasthali Vidyapeeth, Rajasthan, and MD from MDU, Rohtak. Qualified CTET and UGC NET exams. She specializes in the field of ICT-enabled learning, special education, guidance, counseling, and teacher education. She has participated in various conferences, workshops, and faculty development programs at various levels and has presented papers in international and national conferences and seminars. She's also the recipient of Awadh Shishya Award 2014, and at present also she is shouldering many important responsibilities in her faculties and the University of Manav Rachna. So here we extend a very, very warm welcome to our speaker today, Ms. Shreyasi Das, and invite her to present on this relevant topic. Over to Ms. Shreyasi Das.
Very good afternoon to the esteemed professors, colleagues, and dear friends, dear students. Definitely, it's an honor and my pleasure to be a part of not only this lecture series, but on the inaugural day. I really feel blessed, and I will make sure that the entire session comes out to be very purposeful and fruitful for all our dear learners. So, by the due permission of my esteemed colleagues, I would like to start sharing my screen. Roma ma'am, can I start sharing my screen?
Yes, please, please go ahead.
Thank
Ms.
you so
Das.
much, ma'am. Ma'am, is my screen visible to all?
Yes, now we can see your screen. It's very fine and clear to all of us.
So, a very warm welcome to all the learners over here. We all have united over here with a brighter prospect of online learning. The topic for today's discussion, and probably I would say fruitful learning, is career prospects in teacher education beyond teaching. So, to begin with this session, I would like to quote a very fine saying from Kabir Das, Doha, Guru Gobind dono khade, kaku lagu pao, बलिहारी में गुरु के गोविंद दिए मिलाए. When it comes to teacher holds a position in the society which is the greatest of all. Even in our Veds and Upanishads and our esteemed uh, background books, we see that a lot of uh, favor is given to the position of teacher. And why so? Because teacher is one person who molds the society. So not only he or she is teaching as a part of teacher as a career, but it is beyond teaching. First of all, I would like to show you a picture. And I would like all the participants to view the picture very carefully, because then we will try to analyze picture. We can see over here picture number 1, and now I'm moving to picture number 2. Dear students, can we draw out some similarities between both the pictures? What can we view in picture number 1? We can
Now,
see,
yes, just to participate, you can type in your message box. The participants, our students, can type in your views and answers.
thank you, Roma ma'am.
You can repeat the question, please.
Yes, thank you, ma'am. So, dear students, we are seeing picture number 1, and we are now seeing picture number 2. Can we draw out some similarities between these two pictures?
Ma'am, in both of them, there is a sense of liberty. Like in the first picture, we can see liberty of traveling. Like you can travel wherever you go. You can go as long as you want. You can drive. In the second picture, we can see the liberty of education. Like you can study as much as you want and add upon your own or the knowledge you have.
Absolutely. May I know your good names? May I know your good name?
Ma'am Anisha.
Manisha, indeed, a very beautiful inference you have drawn from these two pictures, that these two pictures are reflection of the liberty and the sense of equality which is given to us. Whenever we are walking down the road or the gallery of our library, the books which are there and the life experience which are there outside the books, both of them have some way cohesion. So we see that today the world of education is not limited to the four walls of classroom. We see that it is much more beyond the vicinity and the foundations of classroom. Very beautifully interpreted. So what we see today, that curriculum is actually being molded in such a manner that we are able to hone the skills. So today teacher education empowers the future teacher, that he or she should be able to cater to the needs of society in various ways. And in various ways means that, yes, of course, teaching is definitely the most important aspect of teacher education and is the firm background of the entire professional program. But along with the program, we see that we hone a lot of skills. We see the subjects which are taught to us, which we actually study throughout the curriculum, which makes us a better and a humane professional. In the entire curriculum, we are made to utilize the entire brain. So, yes, the right brain people use their left brains, and the left brain people are made to use their right brains. So, I should say that it is a balanced approach of making a professional individual. Coming to making a career out of teacher education, definitely teacher education actually makes us successful human being, as we see that diverse papers, we study philosophy, we study a lot about child psychology. A lot of emphasis is paid on communication skill, and we see that this communication skill makes us a better individual, as we see that we are able to express our ideas beautifully. So I would say that we should not restrict ourselves just to the domains of school teaching, but we should actually see that this entire system of education is making us empowered to be a very hardworking individual. We see that it is honing our abilities in all the ways. So let us just now walk through this small presentation and see that what all we can do apart from teaching. As we know that we are using different faculty of our brain which are pertaining to the cognitive domain, psychomotor domain, and affective domain. Now these terminologies are often utilized and properly uh, interpreted in the field of education. So, by cognitive domain, we mean that something which is related to the intellectual development of individual. And by this, we will further see the career prospects through which we can utilize this particular domain. Coming to psychomotor domain, this actually utilizes the skills which are pertaining to hands and the movements of body. Coming to affective domain, these are the domain which are related to the feelings. And yes, of course, students, there are professions which are strongly inclined through these feelings also. So let us just walk through few of them. First of all, let us see the cognitive domain. What all can we do through this? Of course, teaching is one of the most important aspect. So teaching tops it all. So as you're in a professional course, you're bound to be a good teacher. That is for sure. If you really work hard and try to imbibe the essence of education through teacher education, you will be a definitely good teacher. So first of all, teaching is one profession which is bound by teacher education. Coming to content writing. So these days, we see a lot of advancement is made in the area of content writing, and much of your papers and the subjects which are pertaining to teacher education is towards building effective communication skill. And by communication, we talk about the skills of L, S, R, and W. Always remember these four terms. L, that is for listening. S is for speaking. W is for writing, and R is for reading. So definitely, if you are able to polish your language skills throughout your program, you will be able to deliver good content writing. And as long as you are a good reader, you will definitely be a good writer. Coming to educational coordinators, so this is one also aspect which we are seeing these days, that after you complete your B.Ed program, you can be educational coordinators in schools, in institutions which are pertaining to education, and also knowledge process outsourcing industry. So educational coordinators is also one such profession which is tied up with your course. So as long as you are a part of this entire teacher education program, you see how to organize things, manage your time, manage your entire program properly. So yes, you can become educational coordinators wherein you actually deliver your leadership skills. Coming to the next profession, which is directly related to the cognitive domain, is edupreneurs. Now, the concept of entrepreneurs is way back, that we see small business setup, and that is entrepreneurship, which is very much an native, very naive concept. Coming to edupreneurs, these days our students are opening their own ventures, and not only this, we are seeing that they are opening ventures online. So online teaching they are taking up, they are opening up their YouTube channels, they are running their online coaching institutes, they are running their own setups. So through this, they are not only earning their wages or earning their livelihood, but also are able to deliver the expertise that they have attained throughout this program. So we are seeing a lot of purposeful edupreneurs coming into picture, and not only in the area of content knowledge, but also in the production of TLM, that is teaching learning materials. So we see these days that playway teaching methods are very much in purposeful use these days. So when it comes to edupreneurs, we can establish factories of teaching learning material, a toy shop, or we can establish a toy store where we can develop the toys which can be utilized for teaching learning purposes. And tell you what, when you are actually utilizing your hands to feel something, like you're giving a contrived experience to the learners through these toys, actually you're making them witness that phenomena. So there are lot and options when it comes to small industrial setup. Coming to startup of schools, play schools, kindergartens. So yes, of course, apart from teaching, you can also manage your own school. You can start with your play school, you can start with your own kindergarten schools. So yes, this is one also career option which is available for you to explore. Now the next option that we see these days coming up is publishing house. Coming again to content writing, it is directly related to that also, but publishing house is a more streamlined process wherein we see diverse roles. So yes, when we are a part of B.Ed programs, we are made to write a lot, and we always crib in the entire program that a lot of files are made and we are need to write a lot, and a lot of reflective journals are made, lesson plans are made. But dear students, in the entire journey, you are actually empowered to express yourself, to communicate effectively. And as you see that in the entire process, your creativity skills increase. So in these publishing house these days, we are seeing young authors coming up with innovative concepts of delivering the same content. And mind you, cartoons, you see the animations, you see diverse areas wherein young authors and young students are delivering the content. So yes, publishing house is also one area which we all need to explore. And definitely, if we can start small, we can start with the writing of short stories, and then we can move on with publishing of these short stories, and then further in the area of editing, books editing, and in the area of publishing your own book. So publishing house is one such area which we can explore as a career option. Coming to instructional designer, now this is one domain which is directly related to ICT enabled learning. instructional designers are very much in demand these days. And we also see that the entire program of instructional designing we see under ICT in education has been designed in such a way that the content is being delivered to the student according to their needs. So instructional designer is one area which is to be explored, and ICT is here to stay. So we see that these days students are honing their computer skills, and not only the hard skills but the soft skills also. So they are actually seeing and looking into the psychology of learners and then delivering according to the learner's need. So it is always said that never teach according to yourself. Teach how the learner is learning. So in the instructional designer whole program, we see that in this entire job process, we learn a lot. We deliver according to the student's need, and we deliver the content according to the student's learning area. So we see a lot of companies which are coming up, and they are hiring expertise in the area of instructional designing. So courses on instructional designing also are there in ICT enabled learning, which is a part of teacher education program. Coming to higher education, that as a part of different business areas and different vocational professional courses, you can also move for higher education after doing your B.Ed. So definitely academics is again one area which you can explore after your B.Ed program. Coming to psychomotor domain, as a part of your entire system of education, we see a lot of emphasis is given to the co-curricular activities, and also there are subjects, specialized subjects which are there. For example, performing arts is also there, then drama and arts in education is also there. So in these subjects, you learn to become a performer, and later on in life, according to your own specialization, you can take up as a profession. So we can become a voiceover artist. So for example, if my voice is very nice, I can get myself trained later, and then I can become a voiceover artist. These days we are seeing podcasts are very popular. So also in ICT in education and under performing arts in education, in teacher education program, a lot of emphasis is placed these days on developing your skills in dance, drama, your art and craft skills, your voice modulation skills, your vocal skills. So later on in life, if you wish to become a podcast artist and you want to deliver your content, then yes, of course, this is also one area and profession which you can explore in your entire career. Coming to art therapist. Now, students who have inclination or who have interest in the area of arts and fine arts, they are very welcome to take up career in as an art therapist. Now, art therapists these days are directly related to the arena of psychology and counseling, but also to the teacher education. So later on in life, if you wish to become an art therapist and you have much knowledge about child psychology, you have much knowledge about adult psychology and lifelong psychology, so you can take up your career as a art therapist. So it all depends on your interest, your own capacity, your own potentials, which area you want to explore. So need not just be restricted to the four walls of the classroom. Yes, of course, teachers are required, and definitely there are one such thing. You cannot replace a teacher, may it be any technology. But along with being a good teacher, you can also serve as a diverse professional. So coming to the affective domain, feelings are very much part of being a good human individual. So when it comes to affective domain, the career which can adopt by affective domain, we can become educational counselor. So later on in life, we can pass on our skills related to the educational counseling to the students who much require it throughout their life, and especially which are related to these days to international courses and coming up of interdisciplinary courses. So yes, for example, the other day I had a student coming up with counseling need of liberal arts. So definitely, as being a teacher educator, it was my duty to offer that service and make them understand about the concept of liberal arts, because it's very new. So as a teacher educator and as a teacher in making, we are we are bound to give counseling to our students. So later on in life, if you wish to become an educational counselor, this is also one of the professions that you can explore. Now, coming to special educator, yes, this definitely requires a very strong mind and a very strong head, students. So, as a part of your BA program, later on you can also earn a RCI certification, and you have different kind of degrees and certificate programs in special education these days, wherein the students who wish to become a special educator can also acquire these degrees, and then they can become special educators. So again, it is upon your interest area where you want to walk, because it is diverse and sky is the limit. So in teacher education, you are actually serving as a social healer. So these are not only professions, but these are somewhere related to our life. And we see that in the entire program of teacher education, we have diverse subjects which are catering to the needs of society. So coming to any, serving as educational coordinator, so if you have good leadership skills, you can become good educational coordinator. If you have effective communication skill, you can become a content writer, you can work as a publishing house, you can become an instructional designer. So it all depends on you and your own interest, where you want to lead yourself. For example, if many of our students are very good at drama and theater, later on in their life they can become performing artists, where they can deliver content in interesting ways. And yes, these days there are full time performers. So yes, definitely, it all depends on our interest areas and our capacity and the potentials we want to explore. Now, enough of my talking. Now is an activity time. So, dear students, are we ready for the activity?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
All right. Okay.
Yes,
So I
ma'am.
hope to this, till this time, we are able to see that so much is being given, in our platter. So let us now explore our own area. Uh, Now, I would like all of you to take out a sheet and to sit with a diary and a pen.
Yes, they are all ready with their diaries and pen, all set.
Thank you so much, Roma ma'am. All right. So we can see four statements on the screen. We need to ask ourselves, and I would request all my dear students and fellow participants to answer this very honestly. Okay, it is you who is going to make a career. It is who is trying to explore yourself. So just be honest, and we will never be judgmental about your career choices. Okay, never. Now coming to what do you love? आपको क्या अच्छा लगता है? What you love to do? And it is something which is innate. So yes, what do you love to do? Coming to the next question, what are you good at? What can you be paid for? And what does the world need? I would request all my dear students to kindly answer these questions and at least write 2 points for each question. What do you love to do? And I would be really thankful if we all share our ideas and share our points regarding these questions. So what do you love to do? What are you good at? What can you be paid for? And what does the world need?
Dear
I would
students, you can unmute yourself and can answer. Let me know. You simply unmute and answer the questions.
Okay, thank you, ma'am. Shall I say the answer?
Yes, of course. May I know your good name?
Ma'am, Shivam Mishra.
Okay, Shivam, please go ahead.
Ma'am, answer for the first question, what you love to do. First point is helping to the people, and another answer is doing art and some craft is my hobby, and I spend lots of time there. And question for what are you good at? I'm good at speaking, and I'm also good at managing relations. And the question third is what can you be paid for? Ma'am, I'm unable to understand this question. Can you explain it?
Uh,
What is your profession?
yes, where can you see yourself like being a part of your innate abilities and knowing what you're good at? Can you just venture yourself in which profession can you be paid for, or what can you adopt as a profession for yourself?
Okay, okay, thank you, ma'am. Ma'am, I want to become an IS officer, and second thing is I also want to become a people who is respected by the society and who does lots of work for the society, and society knows not by his seats or by his business or by his position, but by his work. And last one, what does the words need? Ma'am, words needs is love, basically, according to I. And second point is respect. Okay, thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, Shivam, and definitely you answered these questions very beautifully. Yes, I would request other students to participate for this activity time.
Yes, if any student is interested, please unmute yourself and you can participate.
What you love to do, so it can be cooking, it can be yes, as Shivam very well said that he's good with arts and crafts and loves helping people. So yes, we can also come up with our ideas.
Yes, ma'am. Can I answer?
Yes, may I know your good name, please? You may answer. May I know your good name?
Yes, if somebody else, all those who want to answer can answer.
Good afternoon,
Yes, good afternoon.
ma'am. Hello. Good
Good
afternoon,
afternoon.
ma'am. Ma'am, I am Nargis Banu and I want to give answer of these questions. And the first one, what you love to do? I love to do explore new things. I'm so interested in exploring new things like reading new books and going somewhere where I can search anything new. And the second one, what are you good at? And I think, according to me, I'm good at speaking, and I love my confidence sometimes. And the third one is, what can you be paid for? I think I can be paid for teaching. And what does the world need? I think world need uh, something different from everyone that is beneficial for them and for us also. This is all about, ma'am.
Thank you so much, Nasreen.
Thank you, ma'am.
Very beautifully you have interpreted, and I can very well see that Nasreen is very much clear that she is going to adopt teaching as her profession, and she's very much clear with the thought line. So yes, definitely, we really liked your ideas.
Thank
Yes,
you so much, ma'am.
thank you, Vita. Any other student who wishes to pull in for their answer?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes,
Good
one by
afternoon.
one. Yes, very good afternoon.
I'm Shweta Bhatnagar, and I love to do. I'm good at. I love to do performing arts. I'm good at writing, and I write creatively and public speaking. And I think I can be paid for RJ and teaching. And the word needs right now is brotherhood and some patience in people, which is lacking right now.
Wow, such a beautiful thought, Shweta. And definitely, if we are able to actually, polish our skills and what we love to do and what we are good at, if we keep polishing our skills, then we can actually be in a profession where we love to be in that profession. So there comes a time where there is a kind of lacuna and we feel the vacuum. So can we just go back and visit these four statements again and then see where are we? And in case if we are not there, doesn't matter. We can start fresh. So yes, definitely, I'm really happy that you're seeing RJing as one of your co-profession areas, and definitely as you hone your skills in the area of communication and interacting with people, being a people's person, understanding what's happening in society, you can become a very good RJ, and we would love to hear you someday, Shweta.
Yes, sir. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Yes, any other students who wants to pull in for their ideas?
Good afternoon, ma'am.
Very good afternoon.
This is Rajshri Tripathi. Ma'am, I am a student of B.Ed faculty in IT college. Ma'am, first question, what you love to do? And I love to travel, dance and paint. These are also my hobby. And second question, what are you good at? I am good in, first of all, managing home, then understanding other emotions, and also in dance. And next question, what can you be paid for? I was teaching in school biology students, and further I will also love to teach to B.Ed students as I completed my M.Ed. And next, what does the word need? I think word need peace and love. This is very necessary, and we should understand others. There's a need to understand each and every one, and there we should respect each and every religion. Thank you, ma'am.
Very, very well said. And just a small, I would just like to advise something. I'm very, young to do that, but I will definitely do that. As you very well shared that you're managing home, so you can come up with the videos. You can come up with the YouTube videos which talks about how to manage and create balance between work life and your personal life. Because what we are seeing today is that definitely every individual is trending towards becoming a good professional, but somewhere we see that the balance, if it's not there, then it causes a lot of stress. So if you are able to manage it very well, I would really respect that come up with videos where you can share with the young generation how to manage time, how to make quick breakfast, how to manage your nutrition level, and how to create that study hour. So where many people crib about we don't have time, but it is all about managing time. Time remains same for all. So yes, this is a small advice that if you are actually seeing life with so close and you're able to balance
There
work
is
and
no.
life, you can come up with
Thank
such videos.
you. Okay, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am. Thank you for the
Thank you.
advice.
Thank you so much. Yes, any other student who wishes to pull in for their ideas?
I think as we are running short of time, we have to take up the question answer session also.
Okay, ma'am. So I'll just move to the next slide. Thank you so much, ma'am. So we can very well see in this slide that it is up to you where you picture yourself. You want to be a good public speaker, so hone the skills accordingly. Become a good communicator, a good writer, a good reader, and then connect with people. So at times in this COVID times, we are not able to connect with people physically, but we can do it online. So we can do that, and we can keep practicing public speaking. Also, we can become educational counselor. We can become a podcast artist, we can become a cartoonist, we can become a short story writer. So, and these days instructional design and ICT is the medium of connect, so we can actually work on our skills and see that it's like a magic. And always remember, dear students, there are 6 C's for a career, and it will always remain the same entire across all the careers. It comes with number one, character. Your character should be very strong. Second, your confidence level, that wherever you are, in whichever position, have a very strong confidence level. And wherever, so never feel pity on yourself, no self pity, always have a strong sense of uh, confidence in yourself. Third is connection, that people work for people, always remember. So make connection with people who are admiring you, who want you to grow, and who are actually motivating you. Fourth is contribution, that what are you actually contributing in the terms of delivering to the society. So as I can see my students over here in the learners as well, they were very much interested in contributing to the society. So as a professional, this C also takes a very much importance. Coming to caring and competence, that you need to develop that caring attitude and having that kindness and empathy, so that you become a humane professional. and coming to competence, that keep growing and become a lifelong learner. And in case if you actually feel stressed out, just ask those 4 questions to yourself and see where you are and see what you can do. You're a very wonderful individual and you can become what you actually think of. So, with this in keynote, I would just sum up the session by saying that, dear students, work on your skills and your skills will work for you. Thank you so much and wish you all good luck.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you,
Thank you,
ma'am.
ma'am.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you so much, ma'am.
Thank you, ma'am.
Dr. Das, you can stop sharing your screen, or shall I stop from here? And I invite Dr. Rajan again.
Yes. Thank you, Roma. There was some problem in the speaker actually.
Okay.
So,
I've stopped sharing now.
Yes.
thank you, Ms. Jesse. You have told so much about various other career prospects which the B.Ed students may have. Generally, we think that they can only become teachers, but now they have their horizons broadened and they know what other options are there for them. Thank you so much. And now we have come to the end of the session, and I request Dr. Carolyn Beck to say a vote of thanks.
Thank you, ma'am. With this, we come to the end of the lecture session. On behalf of the B.Ed Department, IT College, its entire fraternity and organizing committee, I feel immense pleasure to take this opportunity to propose a vote of thanks to our eminent speaker, Ms. Shri Yashi Das, Assistant Professor, Department of Education and Humanities, Manav Rachna University, Faridabad, to spare the time from her busy schedule to grace this program with her extremely relevant address on the topic Prospects in Teacher Education Beyond Teaching. Thank you, ma'am. Thank you so much.
Thank you so
My
much for the
deep
entire
gratitude,
team.
my deep gratitude to Dr. Mrs. E.S. Charles, President of Isabella Thoburn College, for her support and blessing. I express deep regard and gratitude to our principal, Dr. Mrs. Vinita Prakash, for encouraging us to organize such events. Also for her unfaltering support and confidence in us. My deep sense of appreciation and thanks to all the participants who chose to be live with us and attended the program with enthusiasm and made it a successful event. My sincere gratitude to the organizing committee for taking topics that really matters. Once again, I thank you this afternoon. Have a wonderful day. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you everyone for your participation. Have a great day.
And with this, let us inform you that the second lecture is on 16th of October, just after, day after today, yesterday, tomorrow. And the time is the same, 12 to 12:45. So we meet again. And with this note, we end the Zoom show and end stream on YouTube.
Thank you so much, dear team members. Thank you so much.